Good evening and welcome to Rick's Retirement Journey. Today's a special day. The 24th of September 1975, I became a U.S. Marine. I graduated from the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Parris Island, South Carolina. I think it was a Wednesday, and it was a grand day after about 12 or 13 weeks of recruit training. My platoon and myself and about three other platoons graduated that day. It was long. It was in the middle of summer. It was hot. It was arduous. But in the end, for those of us that were able to maintain and be able to make it through recruit training, it was a great day. We graduated in a uniform. It was the brown tan shirt, the green trousers, the black leather shiny shoes, and a hat, or a cover as we called it then. Excuse me. I contacted a friend of mine this morning who I graduated with that day, and later on in the video I'll go ahead and include a photo of him and I on that day. And we chatted back and forth a little bit, and recalled some events here and there, and it was a pretty good talk. He is actually the only one that I have maintained liaison with or maintained contact with for the past 50 years. If I'm not mistaken, he's from the Rochester, New York area. I was closer to the Buffalo, New York area, so the platoon was primarily made up of people from that area. And there was a few others that kind of came in too. So, but yeah, 50 years ago today, I became a United States Marine. This is our book. We call it the platoon book, the graduation book. And as I kind of page through it, some things I keep on the inside, and one of them is actually a roster of all the people that we went to boot camp with. And me being the person that I am, I like to keep track of certain things. And I didn't count the numbers or anything like that, but for every name where there's a slash next to it, that person, that recruit, did not complete boot camp. Maybe they came back later, I'm not really sure. But yeah, this is the roster. For me, on the top of this roster, it indicates that the 2nd of July 1975 was the date that we actually arrived and started our training there. Another photo that I found was this one right here, and I'll also include this one towards the end of the video as well. This is a group photo of all the people that graduated that day. And I'm just going to kind of zoom in just a little bit, and you might be able to see me right there someplace. Yeah, that's me. And of course the picture was taken earlier than the 24th of September 1975, because they just needed to wrap up a lot of things before we actually walked across the parade deck, to the sounds of music, and ultimately the Marines hymn at the very end before our platoon was ultimately dismissed and said, "Hey, you guys are done. Get out of here," because we got more recruits to train. I'm going to show you a couple of photos here, which are pretty interesting. And let me see if I can find the one of me. And I know it's in here someplace. So, but yeah, recruit training was interesting. Recruit training was fun. But, and I'll tell you a little bit of a story here in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is me right there. Yep. Zoom in, zoom back out. Yeah, that was me. It's almost like a high school yearbook, except that it doesn't say what clubs you were in, and if you were class president or anything like that. It just has my picture, my name, and yeah, Marine Corps recruit training graduation book. So the interesting thing is that inside this same book right here, the day that I became a Marine, I also have an envelope in here that has an invitation card saying, "Hey, come to my retirement." So I officially retired out of the Marine Corps on the 31st of July, 2000. So you figure I was in the Marine Corps for a little bit more than 25 years, but it was fun and I had a great time. So looking at that book right there and fast forwarding probably about 8 or 9 years, I ended up being a drill instructor at that very same place, training recruits just like I had been trained. And so for all those recruits that graduated that made recruit training then, they also got one of these books. I haven't maintained contact with any of them. I have run into a few from time to time here and there, but overall, I just have not kept in contact with them. So I will say this, that decision that I made 50 years ago to leave home, join the military, travel the world as much as the Marine Corps would allow me and my family to travel, was probably one of the best decisions that I made. It started just to leave, explore the world, go to different places, see different things, and just to grow and to just become a better person overall. So yeah, today's a special day, the 24th of September, 1975, but now it's 24th of September, 2025. 50 years since I graduated recruit training. And I do remember that day with pretty fond memories, but there's a few memories that I'd rather forget, like crawling in the mud and doing extra exercises and the summer heat of South Carolina and humidity. So, hey, that's it. If any of you out there are military veterans, especially if you're a Marine, hey, drop some comments in there. Let me know when you went to boot camp or recruit training, and let's go ahead and maybe get a little conversation going here. But if you have an opportunity, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, hey, Rick out.